Can we move on?
Jose, I know sort of a couple of months ago there were some performances where you didn't quite get the results you probably deserved, but have you been surprised at the speed with which you and the players have been able to transform the style of play and the mentality here?
The style of play was coming. The style of play was coming. And the players were very open for that, were very keen to that. I think that the most important thing for us, more than the style of play, was bad results but stability. We had bad results, but we were stable. Stable in our performances, stable in our relationships, stable in our mood, stable in our ambition, stable in our relation with the board, with the owners. Everything was stable. And we knew that playing the way we were playing, the good results would arrive sooner or later. So we had draw, big distance to the top four, but we were playing well. So nothing to change at all. We were playing well. And we were very patient, and we were very stable, and we were not in hell. And in this moment we are stable again, and we are not in heaven, and we keep working, and we keep calm. So I think this stability is the most important factor for us.
Jose, you said that you could see the style coming. After which game did you turn around and say, yeah, we're definitely getting this right? Was there a specific moment this season?
Different moments, but an incredible disappointment of a draw at home against Burnley, but beating the record of shots and shots on target and ball possession and everything. We knew that we repeat that game 10 times and we draw 1, we win 9. And then the way we dominate Arsenal at home, 0 shots in David De Gea, 0 saves. You concede a goal in the last minute, you lose 2 points, but the performance was there, solid. So we had these matches where the results were not there, but the stability, the consistency was there. So we knew that sooner or later the good results had to arrive.
Are we seeing a Jose Mourinho side now at Manchester United? Do you feel it's there?
In some aspects, yes. In some aspects, yes. But I have to say that I didn't have many teams, and I had lots of winning teams, to be honest. We won in every club with every team, but we didn't have many teams playing so well as my Manchester United team does. But my teams normally are also pragmatic, and my teams they win matches normally when the match is really hard to be dominated. So let's try to put everything together. But the reality, and for me is very, very important, is this kind of relation between the way we want to play and the way the fans want the team to play. And I always was feeling that. Draw at home, Stoke, Burnley, West Ham, people staying until the end of the match, people positive with the team, people not going so disappointed, people with good feelings. The next match the team plays again and the people is there again to support. I always felt that this is the way to go, and I think very adapted to the quality of our players. I think the way we play is very adapted. There is no contradictions between our style of football and the qualities of our players.
The bond you have with your players and the trust you've talked about with them, has that been quicker than it has been at other clubs? Because it does seem that you've got that relationship with them. Has it been quicker than it has been at previous clubs?
Look, I think it's quicker when you win. And this is different than other places, because it was the place where it took more time to go into a running period. And we build that relation not based on good results, but based on bad results. And this is the big difference, because when you have, in the beginning, you have a run of 2-3 months winning, No, it's paradise, and everybody is friend with everybody, and everybody hugs everybody, and everybody kisses everybody. And when you have bad results, normally there is a normal tendency of delay this, or sometimes to degenerate it, and sometimes there is no way back. We were calm, we were positive, nobody was against anybody. I was trusting the players was trusting me. The board always told me, you are here for 3 years, keep doing your job, we trust you, no bad results will change our idea of having you here for a long time. So everything was based on difficult moment of bad results and looking the other teams going up and being miles away from us. So I think can last a long time because it's not based on good results. It's based on reality, it's based on day by day.
You could play 66 games this season if you have a run in all the cups. Have you, and that's without FA Cup replays. Do you think you've got the squad, the quality and the depth to realistically challenge on all four fronts? You're the only team in 4 competitions.
I have 24 players. I cannot have 25 or 30. We have the right number of players. Is every player the same? No. Let's be realistic. The squad is good, but not everybody is the same. You know, one thing is to play Antonio Valencia right back, another thing is to play another one. One thing is to play Paul Pogba, and another thing is Paul Pogba not available to play. So depends on the situation. What I know is that there are teams without European competitions, and we are in the worst European competition to play, because if we go all the way, you have matches and matches and matches non-stop. You know, we have 2-leg semi-final against Hull. If we play the final, we have a final in February. I repeat, if we win the semi-final, we would have to play against Manchester City later, because Manchester City match is in the day of the final. So I hope we are going to have a very complicated situation. I hope we are going to have, but it will be very complicated. And by speaking about Hull, let me wish my friend Marco big luck. He's a talented young manager. I want to wish him all the luck, except against us, obviously. And I want to make it very clear that my job is football manager, not football agent, and I have nothing to do with Marco coming to England. He came to England because he's good and because he had good results previously.
Do you think other teams will be worried at the momentum that your team are putting together now?
I think in the Premier League everybody is worried with everybody. I think everybody is worried with everybody. You know? Next week I play against Hull City, which is bottom of the league. I'm very worried. I think everybody is worried with everybody. It's the quality, it's the mentality. Everybody has to be worried with everybody. If not, everybody is in risk because it's hard.
Three defenders for 8 games, central defenders for
Yeah.
that. Will that change your thinking in terms of whether you bring a defender in this window? Is that something you are actively looking at?
No, I wait for BE. I hope these 3, they can control the situation in these 8 matches. I'm going to try to rest one for every game. So if tomorrow I rest one, I will rest another one against Hull, and we'll try to make a rotation between these 3. We still have Daley Blind as the 4th in case of we need Daley to play centre back. We have Michael Carrick. So let's try.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Ask you one question completely unrelated to this, to do with the quotes that you've given about the World Cup and the expansion of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Could you just tell me what your thoughts are on expanding the tournament.
No, my thoughts are that if the World Cup gives more matches for the players and less holidays for the players and less pre-season for the clubs, I would say immediately no. And when somebody thinks, oh, they are going to try to put more countries in the World Cup, the first thing that gets into people's brains is more teams, more matches. But no, more teams, less matches. More teams, less matches. Because groups of 3 play 2 matches. If you finish third, you are out. If you finish first or second, you go immediately to the knockouts. So no more matches, less matches. So that is not a problem. Now the problem is, do you want a World Cup only with the best countries? Or do you want a World Cup with more countries that brings the event more into a social level, with more countries involved, with more countries from Africa, from the American continent, this kind of thing? I think the World Cup is more a social event than other thing. Because for me, the big football event is the Champions League and the top competitions like Premier League and La Liga and so on. Is not the World Cup. For me, the World Cup is more a social event. So for me, more countries, more happiness, more people involved, more money to share with smaller countries to invest in, with the money they will receive, invest properly in routes for the kids and infrastructures and so on. So for me, I'm supportive of that. And also in 20 years' time, when I become a national team manager, it's easier to qualify.